Alright, and here we are in the first match against an unknown opponent in the tournament practice room. I would indeed like to play first, and my opening 7 is not particularly hot. Turn 1 Spike Shot Elder, turn 2 Go. So I am going to mulligan this into lovely. On the play, I don't think I can keep this hand either. Again, we're in the tournament practice room. Now's the time to take the risky mulligans. But yeah, I'm holding it at 5, and I will keep this. I have Goblin Guide, that is good enough. So obviously turn 1, I am going to go and sacrifice Skeleton Tarn, go ahead and get a Goblin Guide, and attack him for 2. Let's see what's revealed. A Forest. I suppose the best thing my opponent could do is go Forest Joraga Tree Speaker. Or Forest Go. I'll take that too. I'm going to attack him for 2 and play my land and probably just pass the turn. Opponent's on Valakut, most likely. The question here is whether to hold back the mountain for Searing Blaze or go ahead and play it, but the only thing... see, if he goes turn 2 Cobra, but I can still Arc Trail it, still Burst Lightning it. So I'm going to go ahead and play my mountain. Obviously the reason to hold back the mountain would be for Searing Blaze, but okay, my opponent goes and Explore. You know, it says mountains. It's very important when you're building a deck in real life or Magic Online. If you really want to optimize it, you should play the same picture on all of your lands. It might seem a little trivial, but let's see, is there any merit to casting at this end of turn? No, I don't believe so. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and Teetering Peaks up the Goblin Guide and attack him for 4 here. The deck runs a full suite of 4 Teetering Peaks, which are awesome with Spike Shot Elder, awesome with... they're almost like having a third set of fetch lands for Plated Geopede, because they give Geopede +5, or +4, +2, I suppose, when you add in the landfall trigger. Gaia's Revenge main deck. Interesting choice, sir. And I'll pass the turn, with him at 12 and me at 19. Obviously not the quickest start, but I'll take it on a mulligan to 5. Let's see what my opponent does. County Heart Expedition, okay. He still hasn't played his mountain yet. He still hasn't played a mountain yet, although his County Heart Expedition is technically online right now. That's a little frightening. Yep, and he goes and gets a Forest, and he can either activate the County Heart right now. If he does, it means he's going for a Titan next turn. Yeah, so he's going to go for a Titan next turn. And I'm going to want to push through as much damage as I can right now. He still has a Mountain in hand and a Gaia's Revenge in hand. I do know that. That's a good card to draw here. I'll Teetering Peaks up my Goblin Guide and be very, very happy about it. And I'll swing in for 4, bringing him to 7. And now let's see if there's any merit to Arc Trailing him. So he's definitely going to cast a Titan. I mean, now there's no doubt about it. With my opponent going to 7, I can put him to 5 with Arc Trail. That's not going to do it. But I really don't want him to be getting Valakuts out. Let's see, if he plays a Titan, he's not going to be able to... I'll be able to Searing Blaze him first, which is kind of sweet. The question is whether to Arc Trail him now. Bring him to 5. That would mean a land would be an out. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Arc Trail him. The reason being, now I can untap, spike a land, and Searing Blaze, and Burst Lightning him for the win. And and there's really no reason for me to keep the Arc Trail. The only creatures that it really targets in his deck are Lotus Cobras and Oracle of Moldiah. So he's going to Primeval Titan for probably 2 Valakuts, or a Valakut and a... Let's see if he has 2 Valakuts, probably. Also believe he played his Mountain. Nope, he gets a Valakut and a Mountain, he's going to kill the Goblin Guide. Okay, so I have a Goblin Guide of my own. Burst Lightning and Searing Blaze. But I believe the play here is to just pass the turn. He's obviously going to go crazy with his Valakuts, or with his Primeval Titan. Hopefully he doesn't have another one in hand. He actually may very well have a second Titan in hand, which may be the end of the game here. Let's find out. I hate doing Valakut math. Barrier's Revenge, 8-5 haste, 14. That might be game. I should have played the Goblin Guide. And it wouldn't have mattered much because he would have killed it with his, So let's see. Do I have anything that's going to happen here? I'm probably just going to be dead. Yeah, because he's got a Terramorphic, too. Yeah, so that's game. Disappointing game 1. Now time to sideboard. Alright. What looks good, what looks bad? Arc Trail sounds pretty bad. Mark of Mutinies obviously come in. It looks like it's all I really want, though. Although Cyclops Gladiator kills battlements. I wonder if that's relevant. On the play, I play this turn 4, he plays battlement. He still gets the chance to do so much stuff with it. So then the other cards that need to come out. Ember Hauler doesn't seem too hot here. Neither does Searing Blaze. You know, I'm going to cut 1 Blaze, 1 Ember Hauler, and see... I'm not sure which card here is better in this matchup. Ember Hauler, I mean, they're both pretty good against Lotus Cobra, and I don't really know if he has Lotus Cobra. But... yeah, I'll try this. Alright, back for game 2. I would like to play first, and I will keep this hand. Mark of Mutiny should be a beating, an absolute brutal beating. If I take a Primeval Titan, get to grab 2 Teetering Peaks, it's a pretty good game. So I'll play Mountain and pass the turn. My plan being to beat down with Plated Geopede, hopefully through no resistance, and then Mark of Mutiny his first and or second Titans. Go ahead and grab my Mountain and play the Geopede, and hope he does not have a Lightning Bolt, although it is very possible. This hand is not the greatest. I mean, it's okay. Mark of Mutiny is extremely good. Grabbing a Primeval Titan is good for 10 damage. 11 damage, I'm sorry, off an attack. But my hand is very weak otherwise. I only have the 1 Plated Geopede as a threat, and yeah, Lightning Bolts. I wonder if it would have been correct to play Geopede on the 3rd turn, since I have no action going on, and since he almost certainly has removal for it. That would at least... no, Lightning Bolt is still 3 damage, so never mind, that wouldn't have made a difference. Well, there's a plan for next turn. Yeah, just pass the turn here. Oracle? Cultivate. Okay. I'm not a big fan of this card at all. I think Growth Spasm seems so much better in the three spot acceleration. But to each their own. one thing to remember with Koth is when you cast it, to be sure you activate it on a mountain without summoning sickness. I have done that before and it was a little embarrassing. It does not indeed give your mountains haste. So here's pretty sweet. I should just be able to kill him if he plays a Primeval Titan. Green Sun Zenith for what? For Oracle? Obstinate Bailoff, okay. That's pretty slick. Well, I guess what I'll do is Burst Lightning. With Kicker, and then get him with Koth. Actually, get him with a Mountain, but Koth is really the one doing the work. But again, I'm in a position where if he plays a Titan here, Primeval Titan, I get to attack him for about 1 billion. We'll find out how much exactly. Oh, but he's going to kill Koth off, isn't he? Oof. We'll see if he does. Ah, yeah, he did. Okay. I can mark a Mutiny as guy. That's enough. Mark of Mutiny, Burst Lightning, Lightning Bolt. That's actually the very first time I've ever activated a Primeval Titan online. That's kind of cool. And there's 11. And I do believe I have Exactsies. Hell yes. Nice top deck. Game 3. Alright. I'm not going to change my deck up at all, I don't think. Knowing that he has Obstinate Bailoff. Do I change anything? Cyclops Gladiator? No. Kind of lame. Alright. We'll go with it. I like this hand. No, I would not like to mulligan. Turn 1 Goblin Guide, turn 2 Goblin Guide. And let's see how this goes. Attack for 2. Show him on Forest, and he bolts it. No problem. Forest. Attack for 4. So this deck list is currently missing a few staple cards of this archetype. Notably Hero of Oxid Ridge and Kargan Dragonlord. Not necessarily by choice, kind of as a little bit of card availability. I'd probably playing Hero of Oxid Ridge if I had a couple of them. Alright, let's see, is there any option here other than just bash and play a Spike Shot? I do not think so. So I will bash and play a Spike Shot. See if my opponent has the 4th land. Yes, he does, and probably an Oracle to follow. We'll find out. Revealing a mountain, that's unfortunate. But what's interesting there is, because my opponent... this is an interesting question here. Mark a Mutiny on the Oracle. It would let me attack him for a lot. It would let me maybe play a couple of lands. That's pretty sweet. No. I want to mark Mutiny the Titan that he's going to cast next turn. I bolt the Oracle there rather than after because he's going to get a chance to reshuffle with his Kalni Heart the Harrow away, and I'd rather get that out of there. Okay, play an Arid Mesa. Crack him for 3 more. And this game should be pretty solidly in hand here now. He's gonna be able to... Yeah, he's gonna be able to play a Titan, but I don't really care all that much. The Oracle's gone as well. Okay, plays the land. He's gonna get a lot of activations off of his Valakuts. He obviously does not want to play his Titan here. He can't even play his Titan. Awesome. If there was a question of Spike Shot versus Dagger Shock, I'm going to go ahead and end it right now and say 4 damage is greater than 1. My opponent goes ahead and activates his... That's fine. I don't really mind all that much. It's not the greatest thing in the world for me, but whatever. I just have so much damage in my hands. Stagger Shock is a lot like Flame Javelin from Extended last season, where... I guess this season, whatever. Where it's 3 mana for 4 damage. Go ahead and cough it up. And smash for 4. Burst Lightning with Kicker? Oh, Harrow. Okay. That's right, Friday had him in his hand. That's unfortunate. But he is using up all of his resources to kill my to kill my mountain. There goes the Harrow. He still didn't have a second green because he needs to cast that Primeval Titan, but he's just gonna die as soon as he does. So it's, you know, whatever. This game looks to be pretty solidly in hand. I don't know if he can draw anything here that'll really give him a chance. Gaia's Revenge would suck if he had the forests, because I can't mark a Mutiny it. But there's really nothing he can do against Koth right now. He's got 3 cards in hand, one of which was a Primeval Titan. He's tapping something for something. Trying to bluff a Burst Lightning. Might be a little silly. Oh, that's pretty good too. Okay, I have a few options here. I can Stagger Shock him. Yeah, I'll just Stagger Shock him. And then Koth. This puts lethal damage on the board, basically. Koth here has been an absolute beating. I'm not sure if he's usually this good against Valakut, but he's this good this time. I mean, I guess he has outs here because I'm at 18 life. That means he needs 6 activations of Valakut. He has his forest. Ripped it off the top. Primeval Titan for how many mountains? If he goes Valakut and Mountain, he only gets 3 activations. If he goes 2 mountains, he gets 4 activations. None of those is good enough. Yeah. And that's the match. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.